Hello, kings and queens. My name is Koi Kamau, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer and co-founder at MediLux. And I'm here with my colleague who will also introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Nyakyo Gishuki, CEO and founder of MediLux Concierge Limited.
You must be wondering what MediLux is or what we do. So, MediLux is a concierge service that connects patients to the right medical professionals. And these are patients who are looking to have cosmetic procedures or even weight loss procedures. Now, my colleague here has actually been in the business for quite a number of years, and I recently joined the team. So I'd like her to just tell us, the journey where Medilux all started. What even actually made you want to go into medical tourism? Because this is exactly what we do, medical tourism.
Absolutely, Koi, and thank you very much for that. Well, a few years back, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. This was a very difficult time for myself and my family. And she immediately began treatment here in Kenya and was under the care of some fantastic doctors within the borders. And within a few months of treatment, she actually got better. And it was quite an exciting time for us because she began gaining weight.
Oh, wow.
Yes, her complexion began to come back. You know, chemo really does it does a number, yeah, on the complexion. And in addition, her hair began to grow. I actually, yes, in fact, we used to brush her hair.
Yeah.
You know, it came back softer than, you know, it originally was. But it was really a great time for the family. There was renewed hope, of course. As anyone would tell you, Koi, when you have a loved one or a family member diagnosed with this kind of serious ailments, we often delve into a lot of research just to see what is out there, you know, that could possibly prolong the life of your loved one.
Right.
And I was no exception, Koi. I got down into my research, and right at the top, of course, was India.
Of course, yes. India is very well known for medical tourism.
Absolutely, everybody knows of India, but followed closely was Turkey. This came as a surprise to me, Koi, because Turkey was mainly known to me as a place for fashion,
Right.
you know, beautiful clothes and shoes, interior decor and textile.
Yeah.
But as I continued in my research, I got to find out that Turkey attracts that Turkey attracts hundreds of thousands of medical tourists drawn from all over the world.
Okay.
You will not believe it. People would travel from Australia, the United States, of course, Europe being in close proximity, also has quite a huge number of medical tourists coming into Turkey.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty interesting, right?
Yes.
I mean, myself, I'm also a very big lover of Turkey, and I also did not know that it was such a big medical tourism hub.
Absolutely, Koi. And my thoughts at the time, in spite of the fact that mom was making good recovery, was for us also to see and explore ways that could probably prevent the cancer from reoccurring and things like that. Probably prolong her life in one way or the other, or improve her quality of life. We had a good 8 to 9 months with mom, which I'm grateful to God for. But after some time, within a period of 1 to 2 weeks, she suddenly fell ill and we lost her. She passed away. And I'll tell you, it was devastating for us as a family. It was a really hard blow. My mom was very young. She was only 62 years old. I could see in my brother's eyes, my father's eyes especially, because we loved her terribly. It was quite a shock to the family, and everyone deals with grief differently. For me, it really took a toll on me. that was my first time facing head on.
And my sincere condolences.
Thank you,
It wasn't
Koi.
easy.
Thank you. It wasn't easy. And I came head on with depression. I'd only heard of depression, but I actually got into depression. I couldn't get out of bed. I lost my sense of purpose. I felt like my dreams were shattered and my whole world was shattered.
Yeah.
And this lasted a period of 3 months. It was at that point my husband surprised me with a trip to Turkey.
Aww.
You know, he had heard me speak about Turkey. He saw me researching about Turkey.
Right.
So he felt that a trip to Turkey would give me some sort of escape,
Right.
and cheer me up because of what I was going through. And indeed, we actually took the trip. And I was quite excited, although bittersweet, as you can imagine. Yeah. But we took the trip. We have a very good friend in Turkey by the name of Sinan Yilmaz, and he had booked our hotels, everything to do with our sightseeing and things like that. Well, we checked into a hotel and went down for breakfast. And Mr. Sinan also was joining us for breakfast. And while we were seated, I noticed that 80 to 90% of the men had bandages at the back of their heads.
Yes, this is actually a very familiar scene because I've seen that too on pretty much all my trips to Turkey.
Yes. Yeah, and for me, I mean, it was quite a shock, you know.
Right.
And
you're not understanding why are people wearing bandages
what's
on their
going on,
and why so many also, right?
You won't believe it, Koi. I mean, it was like, you know, they're seated at a table, so they're buddies. You know, they seemed like buddies, you know. I also noticed the ladies had bandages around their chin area and more predominantly around the nose. I could also see that they were working with a bit of difficulty.
Right.
And I was really trying to enjoy my breakfast, but really I couldn't ignore.
Yeah.
And I asked Mr. Sinan, what is going on here?
Right.
You know, and he responded to me and he was like, Cynthia, don't you know that Turkey is the leading destination when it comes to cosmetic procedures and weight loss procedures? And he told me the gentlemen you see with the bandages are actually here for hair transplants. And the ladies, they probably had some procedure done, maybe body sculpting, rhinoplasties, and things like that.
Yeah.
And really, for me, it was a really exciting time. For some reason, I couldn't sleep and I couldn't think about anything else.
Right.
Other than, you know, I just wanted to find out more and more.
Okay. And so what did you find out?
Well, with the help of Mr. Sinan, who he was quite gracious.
Yeah.
He introduced me to quite a number of hospitals that were handling cosmetic and weight loss procedures. I had the privilege of visiting these hospitals.
Okay.
And not only that, I had the pleasure of interacting with the surgeons, the nurses, the nutritionists, and really I was just soaking it all in. But in all that, we also got to interact with the Turkish people.
Right.
And to me, that's where my love affair with Turkey began. I fell in love with Turkey. I loved their hospitality and their warmth.
I think I can also attest to that.
Isn't it?
They are really amazing.
They're really amazing people, very welcoming, because Turkey is now a melting pot of, you know, all sorts of people from all walks of life.
100%.
Yeah, and their food is absolutely incredible, isn't it?
I always do that happy dance whenever I hear food, so I miss Turkish food so much.
I know, we're going next month,
yes,
so
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. So I also got to visit quite a number of historical sites. I didn't realize that Turkey was such a rich destination when it comes to history.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, that's a story for another day. That
100%.
we could obviously have some cup of Turkish tea or
over.
coffee and discuss a little further. Yeah.
All right.